What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today on Madden 21, and we are finally back with our career resim videos. This one is going to be one that I've been kind of thinking about a little bit lately. Some of you guys have suggested this as well over the last few weeks, but we are going to be doing a career resimulation of Mr. Aaron Rodgers, the guy, the stat man, as some people want to call him. We know he's got the stats, but the hardware is lacking a little bit, of course. The big issue with people rating guys like Breeze or Rodgers with their ring is that Brady has had so many. If you take the Patriots out of the equation, you take Brady out of the equation, would we be saying what we say about one quarterback, one Super Bowl or two Super Bowl win quarterbacks? Absolutely not. People are taking for granted what the Patriots have done. And that's the reason why, the one ring argument is so poorly portrayed. It really is not easy to win a Super Bowl. At the end of the day, let's say over 32 years, each team wins once. That would mean the average quarterback would win half a ring in their entire career. Half a ring. Half of their freaking ring. And obviously we know that's not how it works. So if you truly are a great team, you can win multiple. It's not super easy, though. Enough being said there. We want to see if Rodgers can win more than one. Let's just get it out there. The championship games for the Packers have not been great. The 2014 game against the Seattle Seahawks may be one of the, not even maybe, it is one of the biggest choke jobs in NFL history. The team just fell apart. I'm not going to say Rodgers played perfectly, and I don't even know if I could say that he did enough to win that game, which obviously they lost. But at the end of the day, playing that defense, that was a very, very good defense that the Seattle Seahawks had. But more importantly, the Packers had opportunities and they blew them. If you watch that game back, you'll see the amount of mistakes that Green Bay had made. Brandon Bostic on the onside kick is probably the smallest one of them. It was just recency bias, because that was the play that, onside kicks, you're supposed to, for one, do your job right, and two, they're supposed to be really low percentage, right? You're not supposed to win those. But as far as, what happened on the onside kick, it can happen. There's a lot of pressure on that situation, and, it could happen. I don't even completely blame him, even though he was supposed to block and let Jordy catch it. Regardless of the point, there was some bigger ones in that game, a.k.a. Tremont, I believe it was Tremont Williams, picking the ball off and falling down when he had minimum 30 more yards to run. I don't know what he was thinking, but he had at least 30, and who freaking knows? With the way everything was lined up, if Russell doesn't get him, it could have been a touchdown. Who freaking knows? But terrible decision there. You had Clinton Dix with the 2-point conversion where he just sat there on a heave, like a 30-yard heave. He sat there and just didn't engage the guy that was about to catch it. I don't know what the hell happened there. I don't even want to get into it. This is supposed to be re-simulation. You have the recent game. The Packers just got outplayed early, and Rodgers tried to bring him back, and they may have choked on that final drive, but it happens. I'm not going to blame him too much for that. You had a fumble from Aaron Jones, and Kevin King played terribly. The defensive coordinator was absolutely garbage. There was a lot going on in that one. I don't really worry too much about that. The Falcons, one similar thing. We were just outplayed the Falcons. That Falcons team was really good. And, besides a really big choke job there, the biggest in NFL history, they should have won the Super Bowl. So at the end of the day, I don't really worry about that one too much, but that's the Seahawks one hurts the most. And then this most recent one against the Buccaneers, lots of missed opportunities as well, which kind of sucks. But enough of that. We are going on to see Mr. Aaron Rodgers, who did not start his career as a starter. Obviously, we know that he sat for 3 years, and he started in 2008, I believe. And that's what we've done here is we've made ourselves an Aaron Rodgers of our own. We got to get rid of Aaron Rodgers in this realm, actually. We still have him for the Packers. We made him a very high overall, but I only gave him star just because sitting 3 years behind a Hall of Fame quarterback, whether the media was saying, Favre said it's not his job to prime Rodgers or anything, you can't tell me that some of the sideline interactions we've seen between them especially earlier on, that Favre wasn't on decent terms with him. That he wasn't every once in a while telling him, hey, here's this, this, and this. There had to be some sort of knowledge shared, right? And we know where Aaron Rodgers is going because he's playing for Miami. I'd like to think that he would love Miami life, so not a bad one and a new-ish team. I can't remember if we had Miami really on many of the lists, but Miami at 18. I thought maybe he would have went to the Steelers because usually they're the ones to snag the best quarterbacks late. Maybe the Bears would have went for him. I don't know. Well, I mean, we won't see because it's already over, but let us go on and see Mr. Aaron Rodgers in this realm as a rookie, and then also go over there and actually, participate and watch what is going on. Obviously, it's going to be very hard for him to replicate his real-life stats, but he is starting from scratch at 2005, technically. So, at the end of the day, his yards should be higher, most likely. Don't know about that touchdown pick ratio. That's hard to beat. So they get him a left tackle, so he basically goes to another really good situation there. Najee Harris in the second round. This was a very good draft for Miami. Of course, like I said, I made him star just because you don't know. Got to put him at number 12. The faces, don't worry about it. It's very tough to get like a similar face to someone in real life. 6'2", 225, of course. These are the ratings I gave him. 95 throw power, I think is fair. 84 deep, 81 medium, 79 short, 83 awareness, 86 throw on the run, 85 play action, 83 under pressure, 88 break sack. And his speed ratings, he's supposed to have a higher Excel than that. He's supposed to have 84 Excel, but once again, he's supposed to have 84 Excel, 80 agility, but once again, EA still has this, like, I don't even know, like, what I know, the asset leak. I know what it used to be called, but it was something where something in the game just isn't registering all assets, so there's that. All obviously really good traits. And the starter for the Miami Dolphins. It does beg the question of why EA hates Tua so much, but oh man, I think that's just once again the games. I'm pretty sure Joe Burrow gets replaced a lot as well. What were we gonna do? He has acceleration. Won't matter too much in game, but there we go. Is it gonna stay this time? It stayed. Thank you. And first year with Rodgers, 11-5. Now, I know you're probably thinking, oh, well, the Dolphins did make the playoffs in real life, but let's be honest, their Madden team is probably not good enough to consistently make the playoffs, but they made it here, as you can see, 11-5. Pretty balanced. Win a couple of games, lose one, win a couple of games, lose one. Things happen. But not a bad start, especially in the division that went, 11-5, 10-6, 5-11. forget the Jets. And Rodgers out the gate is just performing. I mean, this man right here is debatably the most talented arm of all time. Now, the problem is some little scumbag named some Patrick Mahomes fella. Of course, Patrick Mahomes, very, very much so, I wouldn't say by a whole lot, but definitely, even in Rodgers' prime, better than Mahomes. Mahomes is better than Rodgers by a little bit. It's not a crazy margin. I know it's recency bias for some people to just completely forget the things Rodgers did and has done with the quarterback position. Throwing the ball like an absolute madman. But I mean, even in the Super Bowl when Patrick Mahomes was completely overwhelmed, there were some obviously bad throws that were into coverage and whatnot, but some of those throws, man, I mean, there's just no arguing it. There's just no arguing it at all. And we almost thought we lost the man. We almost thought we lost Mahomes with that knee injury. Something about if it was some certain injury that he could have never been the same, which would have been brutal. But yeah, Rodgers, I mention it because this gave me first season Mahomes vibes. Not even because even that wasn't good enough here. Because man, what a freaking monster! 42-46, 38 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 63% completion percentage, 102.9 passer rating. I mean, almost an MVP out the gate. They signed Chris Carson. Definitely need a wide receiver, which is wow. How recent of that. Interceptions. Okay, fair enough. So, I mean, they signed a couple of names as well that look pretty decent. MVP of the league goes to Burrow, with Rodgers surprisingly all the way down at number 10. That seems a little low, no? Rookie of the year, obviously. I mean, he was one of the best players in the league. Number 2 for quarterback. Very good stuff. And I may have forgotten to up the sliders, but at least for quarterback, we usually don't up them too much. But nothing to it but to do it. 11-5 versus the Chiefs. Speaking of, Mahomes gets taken down by the Dolphins. Year one. Going against the Bills now. The rival Bills win this one as well. And they win against the Browns. This is actually really surprising. I don't know if I've ever seen the Dolphins make the Super Bowl year one. Maybe the name Aaron Rodgers is actually carrying some value here. I mean, I don't know. I highly doubt it. But, I mean, this can't just be coincidence, right? Like, the Dolphins roster was an 80 out the gate here. Never see them in the playoffs. Well, we've seen them in the playoffs. We almost never see them in the Super Bowl, if ever. I can't remember every single Super Bowl, but it's almost never them. And I don't think it ever is. I don't think it's ever been the Dolphins year one outside of these experiment videos. So who knows? Rodgers could win an MVP right out, or MVP, a Super Bowl right out the gate. Obviously not looking super great here in the Super Bowl. Are we causing this though? 7-17, not a little. Come back a little bit here. 7-17, 17-17. Slow it down. This does not look good for Miami, though. Are we the reasons why this is happening? I don't want to, cheese it, but, no, maybe not. I mean, this is a sim. I can't come in. Did they do it? Oh, my. That's gotta be. You just can't. There's no way, right? If the Dolphins get a touchdown here, they win the game. Rodgers wins a Super Bowl year one. Oh my. This is surprising. This is surprising to say the least. I actually kind of want to leave because I want to get a Dolphins-Rodgers Super Bowl pick. Damn it, I might have to back out of this. But obviously we know what happens here with, the Dolphins win the Super Bowl. Wow. Okay, I don't know if he's going to be MVP or not. Maybe should have put a left-hand wristband thingy. The coach wristband, that's the thing. But we didn't. And Rodgers, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception only, 416 yards. Absolutely crushed it. He looks so weird, though. It just, oh, man, he just looks so weird with his not him face. But, I mean, that's obviously the most successful start to this thing we've ever seen, right? We've never seen a more successful start to a career resimulation. Obviously, we don't know how it ends. Rodgers won his first Super Bowl and potentially his only Super Bowl in real life pretty early in his career-ish, and, hasn't been there since. So, you never know. You never know. We'll see, though. Obviously, already matching his real-life success postseason-wise pretty much. Very good in the Super Bowl, but, completion percentage could have been a little bit better than that. Rushing was really bad, so he really just carried the team. I mean, they ran a lot. They ran 12 actual design runs, and they went for basically nothing, and then they were like, okay, screw this, we're just going to throw the ball. And San Fran applied the pressure. They had, what was that, 4 to 10 sacks in the Super Bowl, and they lost. I don't know what the odds are, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say you usually don't win games when you allow 10 or more sacks, right? That there's got to be some sort of statistic where it's 150-0 or something ridiculous, right? Just tell you we didn't cheat or anything like that. No force win. Obviously, the result's not going to be there because we had to restart, but there's that. I want to obviously go in and get myself a little screenshot because I don't know if he's going to win another Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, Super Bowl MVP wins the damn thing. Screw it. I also just realized he's superstar. Not that, it's surprising or anything. That little wind-up side weirdness. Oh, my. Oh, my. Well, I guess I don't need to back out and force win, I would imagine. Well, maybe not. So it's safe to say this is going to be a long one because he's not going to get out of this, right? He's the pump fake, not bad, though. And, boy, are the Dolphins going to build a dynasty. The draft was really bad. It was a bunch of backup level talent. This was their first round pick. He was a 68 overall to start the season. This was their first round pick. Just putting that in perspective. I mean, maybe they landed some sort of hidden backup. I don't know. What the hell? But yeah, the team really hasn't changed too much yet. Here they are at 15-1. Once again, there's not a real big, yeah, there probably is, reason for me to cheat if I was going to. I don't care that much to do it, but there would be a reason, because as much of a Packers fan I am, I think I'm slightly more of a Packers fan than Rodgers fan. Not by much, but a little bit. So I would, oh, look at this. Rodgers redoes his career and he gets 10 Super Bowls, But obviously I don't care that much to win. I just kind of want to see what happens as MVP Brady at 82 overall. Rodgers, number 4 on the list. Jesus. Offensive Player of the Year, obviously. Quarterback of the Year is not him. I thought it was going to. It's not. He's number 3. But yeah, I mean, this team is kind of being carried. The defense is playing pretty well, but there's not a whole lot of reason for this team to be doing as well as it is. Will we see back-to-back? I would unlikely assume that, but, there's a chance. Beat the Colts, same division. They beat another team. Oh, we got to come in for this one. I mean, I think we should come in for all the Super Bowls, but the Packers... Jordan Love. I mean, there's no correlation in this franchise technically, but for us, we know there is technically. So that is something. That is something to say the least. Of course, I did have Rodgers projected to go 24th. I put him on the list, but you can't control exactly. We've had ones where they don't go to the 3rd round. So the other one, the Niners had a chance, but this is gone. The Dolphins left it too late, and the Green Bay Packers are world champions. Unfortunately, Jordan Love wins a Super Bowl here, and Mr. Rodgers definitely did not play up to par. Completion percentage was up, the touchdowns were not. Green Bay's defense just overwhelmed them, I would assume. Bunch of sacks, 5 sacks, only 5 of them, but obviously pressures are what matters, even though that doesn't technically exist here. It's either sacks or nothing. I really wish, that's all I want, is just advanced stats. I mean, there's a lot of things I want in franchise, but the main thing, the number one thing that should be worked on ASAP is advanced stats, in my opinion. A couple of decent overalls, but they are all normal. Headed to the playoffs again, and this time the playoffs are missed at 8-8. That window, it's closed. I mean, 2 Super Bowls, rookie and sophomore years is pretty impressive, but obviously would be like to see a little bit more. Super Bowl or X Factor at the Super Bowl potentially here. 44 with 39-12. That's pretty damn good. Rushing numbers aren't great, though. Bowden, 11 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Interesting, to say the least. As far as the awards go, Rodgers has 2 MVP. Keeps climbing up the list. Did he win any award at all? Nope. Baker with the cuckage. Super undeserved because they just signed him where the Dolphins drafted theirs. The Browns back to taking the AFC spot, and of course they win the Super Bowl over Washington. And you do see an X Factor already from Rodgers at 25. First one free, let's change these abilities. So he has Gambler in the regular game. We're going to give him Gambler. Pass lead elite with his Gunslinger, Escape Artist, Lofting Deadeye, Hot Route Master, Threat Detector, Dashing Deadeye. I think he's just fast enough to get Escape Artist. Nah, it doesn't make any sense. Escape Artist shouldn't even be in the game in general for other than Lamar Jackson. Threat Detector, let's go Dashing Deadeye. They landed themselves a hidden development right end. Of course, it's a 3rd rounder, so the chances of him being star, nothing more, is pretty damn high. And yeah, star. Usually, unless it's maybe like a running back or something, you're not going to find anything outside of running back or O-line probably. You're not going to find anything outside of star past like the 2nd round. And the Dolphins are back on top of the world here as they have a bye week at 11-5. I figured you'd need 12, maybe 13 wins just to get that bye week, but I guess not. Let's see if Rodgers continues that dominance, and pretty much so. The touchdowns kind of fluctuate at times, but the yards are always pretty damn high. Remember talking about that whole, like, it's going to be hard for him to beat that real-life thing? I don't know if that's true anymore. Of course, the first season Najee Harris starts, he's a god. 3 1,000-yard receivers, which is not easy in Sim. MVP. Damn, Baker's crushing it. Rodgers at 4. It's probably not really much of a point in looking at these if he's at 4 and Baker's at 1. He's not going to win any of the AFC stuff. So let's go on to the divisional round now. 90 overall. Team's looking pretty good. Dolphins are managing themselves a decent roster. They got Fletcher Cox. Hello? What? Since when did they get Fletcher Cox and Chase Young? So they got Cooks, which is it's not a bad upgrade. Wow. Okay, this is interesting to say the least. Defensively, Chase Young, Ogba, Fletcher Cox, Van Ginkel's X Factor, Baker's Superstar. Yo, this team crazy. Dolphins are wildin'. They've got to, like, they must lose Rodgers once he needs a contract. There's just no way. There's no way they can offer those contracts and still keep him. There's just not a shot. They win against the Colts, back to the Jaguars again. And this time they do actually lose. We did not mean to go to the offseason. It doesn't really matter, though. The winner of the Super Bowl is the Seattle Seahawks. Let's go to the draft. I think Rodgers is on either a tag or still his rookie deal, one of the two. Let's see if he's still here. He should be here, right? He's still here. Don't know if they would have paid him yet. Oh, maybe they would have had to pay him already. Because this is his 5th year. Contract is it appears to be a tag. I can't tell, though. It might be glitched out. Because that's like $200 million. It looks like they gave him a 6 or a 7. Very strange to see them go with quarterback in the second round when they literally just gave Rodgers a 7-year $260. But they go with the running back. Looking really good, too. 77 overall, maybe Najee has to go. Obviously, they paid some big contracts specifically on defense with the quarterback position as well. Maybe they can't afford them all. I mean, it doesn't really matter what number he is, but put him at number 27, whatever. Better than 35. When you guys plays, like, well, I don't even know if you guys probably don't even have freaking sports in high school or anything like that now, but when you guys is like playing basketball, football, whatever, and you're wearing 35, you're like, oh. I didn't know they actually also landed a hidden development left guard, so I'm going to move him up there for them. To the playoffs, 11-5, not good. Oh, Jesus. Just casually almost the same amount of wins as the rest of the entire division. 11-5, not good enough for a bye week, this team, but obviously all you need is your ticket in, and anything can happen. I'm sorry. Touchdowns down again. Picks around 11 as usual. 44-67, not bad for yards. Rushing has been doing better, though, so at the end of the day, you're losing a little bit in the passing game, but you're gaining in the running. So the offense is still just as good. The numbers are just not focused towards one side of the ball or one side of the story this time. Carson Wentz to the Bears. That could have happened, but it didn't. There you go. To be fair, a lot of things. Oh, Najee at number 1. Sewell at number 1. A lot of things in this offseason didn't happen when they could have maybe happened in real world, of course. 11-5 versus the 9-7 Raiders. Man, this Dolphins team, I know they just lose there, but their win percentage in the playoffs is pretty damn good. Chiefs versus the Seahawks. I feel like that could be a matchup next year for all we know. I don't know if Seattle has it, but if Russell Wilson could play solidly, I feel pretty good about them. 37-21 over the Chiefs. Of course, it's free agency 1 now, so this is what the team will look like outside of rookies for next season. Najee Harris looking good. They need a wide receiver desperately. They do have Gesicki, but they need a wide receiver desperately. As far as defensively goes, you can see cornerbacks starting to drop off. So this could be the year. It looks like Fletcher Cox retires as well. This could be the final year that they're kind of decent. So they need to make a play on this one. Ooh, they land a set. This guy's a stud. This guy's normal. This guy's a stud. They land a 6'4", 21-year-old hidden wide receiver. This is about as clutch as you can get because this team's wide receiver situation is brutal. Once again, likely to be only star, and he is, but still not bad. 89. They do not have many numbers around here. Jeez. Back to the playoffs again. 10-6. Rodgers with another really good season. Okay, so all he needs is another Super Bowl win, and he's already pretty much better than real life. Nice. Going up against the rival Bills, and oof, maybe we jinxed it a little bit as we were talking about that win-loss percentage and lost the first game there in the wild card round. Winner of the Super Bowl in Texas is the Cowboys. All right, back to the playoffs again. This team just cannot be stopped except for all the postseason games. This team doing pretty damn well for itself. Let's take a look at another Rodgers season, another really good one to say the least. As far as awards go, number 4. So, we'll see at the end what his total award count is. 10-6 versus 10-6. Not a home game, though. And unfortunately, another wild card loss. Obviously, a breakout did not get it. So, okay, maybe a little bit of a yikes. Been losing a bit here. Not as great, but it's still a playoff season nonetheless. 9-7 here. I mean, let's be honest at this point. If we were going to force win, we'd have probably forced won some freaking playoff wins lately. 4,500, 34 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Najee Harris, I wouldn't say he's stealing the show, but he's definitely a part of the show because he's potentially on his way to becoming one of the greatest of all time as well. I know he's sad a little bit, but he's having some pretty impressive numbers here. We beat the Chiefs before, and we beat them again. The Jaguars, they've beaten us recently, actually, a couple times. They do not here, and one away, and they're back in it, going up against the Detroit Lions. I suppose we'll take another look. Why not? 89 overall to the 90 overall. Detroit Lions, who looks like they still have Jalen Waddle balling out. Rodgers at this point would probably be just about 30 years old, or very close to, if not, probably like 28, 29. And, of course, latest Super Bowl was quite a bit ago, maybe 5-6 seasons ago, so it's nice to see Miami back in it. Can they win another one? Not looking great, but definitely better than last time they were here. 16-21, just about the start of the fourth. Miami's down about 8 here, 11, and they're going to need something to happen. They cannot do it. Miami loses yet another Super Bowl. So 3 Super Bowl trips, only 1 win. Rodgers' performance was pretty good, but not as good as this Alfonso Herrick fella. And as far as everything goes here, nothing else really to say. They just didn't win. The wide receiver Juan Gordon went up to superstar. Langley's a 92 overall star development trait player. They grabbed a rookie center named Ford, but he is only normal, so the team's looking pretty damn good. 87 overall. Got to get more players for the defensive side of things, though, as it's not looking super great here. 25 Peak, one of the guys who they drafted, star development trait, went up to, oh, maybe he was already superstar. He was hidden, that's all I know. Not bad, not bad. 9-7, just barely good enough to win the division and get a playoff spot. Rodgers with another amazing season. Could be MVP, pretty close to at least, right? Number 5, definitely not going to win any of the awards there. Don't worry about the Coach XP, though, because we already have like literally everything. We have all the re-sign traits and the free agency traits, and we have another loss on our hands. Look at this. He's so young, and he's like, maybe I'm just a role player. It's like, I don't feel great about hearing those things, because that means you don't really believe in yourself, buddy. Niners versus the Chiefs. Well, here you go. Rematch time, and the Niners win this time. With pick 20, they actually land themselves a pretty decent steal. He is a little bit on the slower side, but 89 power move out the gates. Oh, my. Right tackle. They get themselves a hidden right tackle as well. Not a bad draft class. Could even have themselves a hidden running back. They do not, but not bad at all. Or this is what the team looks like almost a decade later. Najee Harris definitely on the regression side. He's 31 now. Rodgers also 31. The receivers around here have never been better, though. Obviously, Gesicki's right tackle ended up being superstar development trait, so we put him at starter with this Snider guy, or Schneider, at number 1 right guard. Both the same age, so it works there. Defensively, Chase Young is still here. Fox looks pretty good. Peak is good. They need a number 2 3-corner, number 1 free safety, and then linebackers have not looked great. 11-5, Miami Dolphins. This team has been very, very successful. Start out really bad, and then they just won every game outside of the final game. Let's take a look at the stat line. A little bit down year for Rodgers. Probably his worst season since like rookie year, but still good enough to get them here, and looks like Gesicki will be playing his final season here with this loss to 7. Okay, dude. Also get the team leader thing. Aaron Rodgers spoke to Mike. Don't look like coming back. We gotta do it. You gotta send him off the right way. Watch him lose the very first game. And they do. Oh, man. Well, there you go. Rule between Washington and Tennessee. The winner of this is Tennessee. Question is, does Rodgers need a contract now? Is it later? I don't know. We'll find out when we go to the draft, see if he's still here. Ooh, they're going for it. Byron Murphy, 33 years old, but he's looking like a god still. This is very interesting to say the least. Obviously, offensively, still got Rodgers. Najee still looking all right enough. And it looks like they got themselves either a hidden development tight end or fullback. And this team is just balling. Another playoff season, obviously. This team should make the playoffs. But yeah, another really weird start, and then they finish strong. Rodgers' stat line back up to top tier, and this should and could be MVP worthy. It is. He goes MVP, league MVP. Going against the Chargers again, knocked us out last season, or them out last season, and they do not do it again. Going against the Jets, you got to like your chances here, right? You do. And then going up against Baltimore, and they win back to the Super Bowl for the 4th time, and going up against the Detroit Lions back-to-back years. Right, going to the end of the game, can Miami do it? Can Rodgers get his second, or is he going to be 1-3 in the Super Bowl? 14-10. 14-17. Ooh, this is not looking good. Not looking good at all. Defense. I wouldn't say choked as much as offense did, but they still did not make the stop. And they get the field goal, but Detroit's offense might be just too much for them, and it is. Miami loses by 6. Rodgers now 1-3 in the Super Bowl, which is brutal. Played just as good as Herrick, really. It's just, they didn't win. I thought he was already gone, no? Mike Gesicki is retiring. I thought he kind of already retired, no? Okay, interesting. And I can't believe they moved on from this rookie. Just start him. He's young. Come on, man. Is he really going to be your fullback? Just start him, dude. All right, playoffs again. Only 9-7, though. Rodgers still on the team. Obviously, if we were going to force some wins, like I said, we probably would have forced. Well, I guess to be fair, we did make the playoff or the Super Bowl. So, Aaron Rodgers, 38 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 4,500 yards. So another really, really good season. We haven't seen any signs of regression, so I'm not going to look at his stats or awards yet. But we're getting there, especially after a loss in the playoffs to the Baltimore Ravens. Detroit, man, they're on a tear here as they look to have won 3 straight Super Bowls. You got to be kidding me. All right, at 34 years old, we've seen a little bit of signs of regression. Is what his ratings are, looking very, very solid still, but, this is his regression point. And Najee Harris looks like he may only be in the league for one final season here. Still good enough, a little bit on the slower side, but still good enough. And then who the hell is this? Lynn Youngblood. I don't even know who the hell that is, but this team is kind of balling out. 12-4 versus 8-8 in the playoffs yet again. Statistically, 5,200 yards now. Rodgers is transcending into God status, and I keep almost forgetting. I almost keep playing it. Denver, you got to win this one, right? Guaranteed. You do win that one. Ooh, the Browns are back in it. That's not good. Win against them. Going against the Chiefs. The Chiefs can never beat Miami. And here goes Miami's 5th Super Bowl trip. Can they go 2-3? 2-3 would not be bad. 7-0. 7-3. 10-7. Defense cannot hold them. 16-14. 22-14. 29-14. 29-21. 36-21. And Miami. Miami has done it. They win another Super Bowl. 2-3. This is obviously so far the most successful resim we have seen. Rodgers 75% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Hey, I would trade 1-0 for 2-3 for Rodgers, obviously. So I know you would too. 5 trips to the Super Bowl in general is awesome. But winning 2 is it's good enough. Question is, will he still be here? I mean, if I'm Miami, I don't let this man even touch a pen and a paper if it's not in Miami. I'll just I'd ground his plane myself. 94, though. Okay, that sounds a little... Never mind. 94 overall. Looks pretty solid still. Should have a few more years left in him. A lot of years left in him, to be fair. Let's see if Miami does, though. Back to the playoffs and back with a bye week. Man, these ratings. I mean, some record book stuff for sure. Winning a Super Bowl. 5 trips. Can they go for 6? Can they equal out? Not off to a bad start here. Going up against the Bengals, and they lose. Of course, regardless if they would have made the Super Bowl or not, we wouldn't have win in there because they've got their wins. That's all that matters. And the Falcons win against the Bengals. The question is, this kind of when you would maybe see Rodgers go to free agency. 89 overall, pretty decent overall still, and he's still here. He's a 92 overall all-time Dolphin. Is that what we're seeing here? They get their Marino revenge, I suppose. Not really revenge, but redemption. No rings there, but great quarterback play. And, there you go. Another season in the books. 36 years old. 92 overall. Good enough for at least 2 to 3 more seasons left to go. And we accidentally, damn it. I mean, do I even have to say the word? We're back. And another really good season. Jeez. I mean, I would have thought maybe a couple of more playoff losses here, but, I mean, I guess not. This has been one of the greatest teams in the decade. Not in the decade, but of all time for this last decade. They just miss out of the Super Bowl again, and I know I just yelled. I'm sorry. Tennessee versus the Vikings. The winner of this one is the Vikings. 5,200 yards, pretty much, 37 touchdowns, 12 picks. I don't know if it's maybe just the division/conference, maybe not the division, maybe the conference, but playoffs again. 9-7 Jaguars, yet they lose right out the gate. So 89 overall Rodgers. I think it's probably a little premature to be looking at his stats, but just in case, let's take a look. 73,560 yards, 589 touchdowns, 156 interceptions, 68 pass completion percentage for the career. Passer rating of 109.5. I mean, absolutely ridiculous stuff. 20 touchdowns, 2,430 yards. Let's take a look at some of those awards as well. This is probably going to be a massive list, I imagine. He has 14 Pro Bowl appearances. Best quarterback in 2029. Offensive Player of the Year in 2033. Rookie of the Year in 2021. Offensive Player of the Year in 26. Best quarterback in 26-27. MVP in 31. Offensive Player of the Year in 31. Best QB in 31. Offensive Player of the Year in 32. Best quarterback in 32. Best Offensive Player of the Year 34. Best quarterback 34. And he still may have some more years left in him. Dallas wins the Super Bowl, and Rodgers is still here at 86 overall. Can't imagine he'll be here maybe one more year at most. Oh, here it is. They do not make the playoffs. They're 7-9. Rodgers with another decent season, but 7-9. No playoffs to be found. Could see a Rodgers surprise retirement early, though. 86 overall. 37-38. You never know, but 31-30-27. Bengals victory over the Rams. Regression would have hit already, so he's an 83 overall at 39 years old now. This could be his final season. Oh, back to the playoffs for one potential final run. Rodgers just crushing it no matter what, obviously. And here it is. Can they do it? Of course, super lackluster there. Let's take one last look at Rodgers' stats and awards real quick, just because this, once again, could be it for him. 83 overall. I'd say probably one more, though. 84 overall. He's definitely playing another season. Absolutely insane. Look at those numbers. Jesus. Christmas on a stick. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, but awards, these are his awards. If you're curious, probably a little too early, though, because once again, I think he'll play one more season. Winner of this Super Bowl is going to be the Detroit Lions, as we expected. Retirements, that means we had one, right? That I would assume. Does that mean Rodgers retired, already? Juan Gordon goes. I don't think he would have retired. This seems a little too early, right? Just means that Juan Gordon has retired on our team. 89 overall. The team's still looking pretty good. Rodgers here at an 81 overall, so I don't know if he's going to still be here in a moment, but he definitely is good enough to play. 86 overall now, actually. And he is still here. He's going to play the whole thing here, potentially. 11-5. Here it is. Another shot with a bye week. Who knows? I'll show you guys. For whatever reason, I'm probably the only one that even cares about this, but here you go. But last chance. Can they go to 6? Can they make it 50-50? They can have a shot at it. 8-8 again is their opponent, and they're in the Super Bowl. Should we go in? I feel like because I asked, we have to now. 90 to their 91. A chance to do it. I think we've won 2 before in a resim. I don't think we've won 3, and I know for a fact we have never seen 6. So very impressive here. And I wonder if that Aaron Rodgers name actually is carrying any value here. I doubt it, but you never know. Maybe that's the new meta, is to name your guys Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes, all that stuff. So I don't know, but 13-6, not bad. 13 all, 20-13, 20 all. Can Miami do it? One final shot is not looking great, and they do tie it. It's overtime. There's no way. It looks like the Saints win. Damn. Rodgers going to retire as a Super Bowl loser. 2-4. Still, it's not bad, but man, that would have been impressive to see. I think Rodgers will stick around, but I do not think he'll start on a team next season here. Look at this young blood person looking like a bouse. Jordan Love retires after 20 years Is Aaron Rodgers on the list as well? It doesn't show it, but why would they pull up the retirement list if we didn't have a guy on that list? Well, I guess, I don't know, it just happens because he's still here at 41 or 42. Oh, my. Question is he still here? Because obviously re-signing just went. And he is, man. This team has been so loyal. He's been so loyal. Please, Rodgers, do it in real life. Just please. And the final season is going to be a Dolphins failure. This has got to be him. 91,000 yards, 741 touchdowns, 203 interceptions, 68% completion percentage, 109 passer rating. Absolutely ridiculous. Almost 3,000 yards rushing. That man be crazy. Let's not look at the, I mean, we already showed it, but let's not look at the awards yet. Just, or the Super Bowl records just yet, because you never know. Maybe one more. And Jesus, speaking of one more, lines, there's like one more to the trophy room. Why not? And they do it again. Okay, interesting. So, retirements 2040. Is he on the list? Let's see. And he finally retires after 20 freaking years in the league. 42 years old he retired at, which is absolutely insane. Let's take a look at the NFL records now. The number one man himself, the Golden Eagles for Brady. Interesting. 91,340 freaking yards. Absolutely nutcase. Look at Brett Favre barely standing there. That's going to happen in real life, too, with the way the rules are. It's going to happen. It's probably going to happen as long as longevity's still a thing. Rodgers well out ahead of the lead with 741 touchdowns. Definitely won't happen in real life, but look at this man go. Obviously, he's not going to be on those lists. But damn, absolutely impressive. Let me know. Oh, actually, what would he have been on the legacy leaderboards? It's got to be pretty damn high, right? Let's say all. So that's punter Rodgers. Okay. Aaron Rodgers, 32,463 with 2 Super Bowls, 6 total trips, 6 championships, which obviously recognizes those trips, and 36 yearly awards. Myles Garrett is the all-time guy, though, right now, and he's only won 1 Super Bowl with a championship. But yeah, that's insane. No one at 40,000, very close, but not close enough. Absolutely insane. Flores is a better coach than Madden. But yeah, that's absolutely insane. And that was an interesting one. I thought maybe there was a chance that something like this could happen where he would be like the best one that we've done so far. We haven't done a whole lot, and we've done Brady and whatnot. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers, the GOAT, as you would definitely call him in this situation. 2 Super Bowls with 6 trips, and all of those stats, you couldn't really deny it. That was a pretty good one. Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comment section below. Do you think Rodgers is going to win another Super Bowl ring in his career? I feel like last year was the best chance to do it. I really thought it was going to happen. Like I said, when I made my playoff prediction video, even though a lot of those were pretty off, I really believed in the Packers as a Packers fan for the first time and for a while. Honestly, that defense worried me, but I just felt like the offense could do enough to counter it, and it was a close call. They still have the team pretty much intact. It should still be a pretty good season. He could still have a chance next year. Yeah, like I said, let me know in the comment section below. Do you think he's going to do it? If you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays, and twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. Likely a stream. I gotta say likely because I've just been selling so much lately. I was supposed to stream yesterday and I didn't. I've been selling so much lately. Likely 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. No later than 10, though, if I'm streaming. No later than 10. If it's 10 and I'm not live by then, I've sold again, and you have all the right to be really mad at me. If you have a suggestion for another career recent, let me know in the comment section below. If you have a blast or the pass idea, let me know in the comment section below. Rebuild idea, anything, even like a player to add for London Bulldogs, a franchise idea in general. Just give me a shout in those comments. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!